No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. So, the famous philosopher Plato compared society to prisoners living in a dark cave. He had Socrates explain that the cave had prisoners who were chained down, staring at a wall that had shadows of things happening outside. The prisoners knew deep down that there was more to life than just the cave. They had the option to leave at any time, but resisted because they were unable to change the programmed behaviors engraved into them. The prisoners accepted the lie that the cave was all that there was. It's where they were most comfortable because most of society was in the cave with them, repeating the same behaviors and accepting the lie that the cave was the ultimate reality of life. They were unwilling to embrace and explore the unknown. Therefore, they never experienced real freedom or discovered the true light of their soul. The darkness of the cave is where life begins, and for most, it's where their life ends. So I ask you, why was it so hard for the prisoners to escape the cave, even though they were told they could leave at any time? And are you currently a prisoner? Did you get pushed into college because it's the norm? Are you stuck in a job just to pay bills when you feel you have more to offer the world? Did society form your thought process and ultimately your life? For our life is what our thoughts make it. Well, let me explain. So, we all have the reticular activating system in our brains, meaning that whatever is programmed into us, our minds will look for evidence in our external reality to confirm it. When we get to the point of just following orders all the time, our reticular activating system in the brain becomes accustomed to this way of thinking and living, which makes it easy for us to be deceived, controlled, and manipulated. This program can become so strong that it becomes difficult to break out of what we've been taught and told. Everyone is born in the cave of society. From ages 2 to 7, our brains are operating in a theta delta-like state known as a hypnotic trance. In other words, we are in a very hypnotized state. What we see and what we learn during these years is what forms the framework of our thought process and perception of the world as we move into adulthood. The ones who escaped the cave had to battle against this framework to attain the light that showed them more than just the cave of society. For man is made by his belief. As he believes, so he is. The ones who allowed society to program them most likely inherited all the passed down diseases and sickness of their family members. They were told that the disease or illness runs in their family, so they prepared for it, and preparing for it ultimately manifests the sickness or disease in their reality. It worked as a self-fulfilling prophecy. Many of the prisoners in the cave of society speak words such as, "I'm going to get Alzheimer's because it runs in my family." This statement is coming from the cave of society that gets passed down from generation to generation. When a person places this thought in their subconscious mind and prepares as if it's going to happen, they bring it upon themselves. Let me explain. The conscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. This is why a person still gets frightened by a scary movie. They know deep down that it's fake, but their mind views it as being real. Thus, they get afraid. When the individual places it in their mind that they're going to get Alzheimer's later in life, their subconscious mind sees this as the reality, altering their genes, lifestyle, and thinking, ultimately bringing about the disease. Job once said, "For what I feared has come upon me, what I dreaded has happened to me." Anytime the individual's memory slips up, the reticular activating system in the brain will confirm that Alzheimer's is upon them. An individual doesn't realize that they are what they think, for we are shaped by our thoughts. What a person thinks is a byproduct of the cave, which is designed to control, manipulate, and influence them, ultimately creating a fake character and a prisoner that never comes to know who they truly are or what they're capable of achieving. They've accepted everything they were told and inherited the same beliefs, same behavior, same thinking, and same life as their elders and other members of society. They never question anything that they have been taught. The individual never comes to know the real self, the one that exists behind everything that they've been taught and labeled with. More importantly, the teachings and labels of society cover up their real talents and gifts that get buried in the darkness of Plato's cave. The cave is full of businesses never started, books never written, musical bands never formed, and gifts that get transmuted into a fake talent to fit the framework of society. The ones who were brave enough to go against the ancient thinking of their elders and other members of society were the ones who attained liberation and became their authentic self. They left the darkness of the cave, broke out of their family curse, and experienced the light of true freedom. Your thoughts become your words, which translate into your actions. Your actions become your habits, which create your character, and your character then becomes your destiny.